I need you to listen carefully to what we're doing on this choice board. So you have Yolanda. So you have a clue as to what options you can choose. All right, so right in front of you now, what you have is a choice board that you can use in terms of Freakonomics this week. We've already read the chapter on names. Hey, we've already read the chapter on names. We've already read the chapter that had to do, Jamari, with the actual incentives. Do incentives work or do incentives not work? This focuses on names. So what you're going to do, we are also going to start into the informative and an explanatory writing genre. And basically, hold up, Saja, what we're going to do is we're going to explain any of these entries. We're going to be explaining through our writing, all right? But you have choice as to what you do. So the first one is your name history. So whether you talk to someone about your name history, whether you research it on the computer, what you're going to do is you're going to be explaining the history of your name. If you are doing from A to B, which is the second option on the rubric, you're going to take what you've learned from Freakonomics and you are going to project. You are going to predict what effect your name will have on your future. For example, I might say, with the name Lauren, it is clear that it is a professorly name, and in my future, I would most certainly be teaching classes of college students when I am too old to be in the high school classroom, preferably around 80 years old. These college classes will listen to Miss Lauren Evans, and as a professor of education, I will do very well in this field. I don't know. I'm just creating a blog post about my name projection. Next one, you're explaining to me how naming works. How is it that parents name? You can make this funny, or you can make this clever, or you can make this informational. The next choice is, what is the perfect name? Create a bulleted list of what things create a perfect name. So it's a list. You might want no more than 3 sentences for each thing of what makes it perfect. You do have an option to create your own activity as long as I approve it, your own blogging activity. Well, you can make one up of your own that interests you in regards to your name or somebody else's name, what you want to do. I just need to be able to approve it and say it's okay. In the You Should Know, Jamari rubric, what you want to know is you want to choose an average person with your same name, look it up on the internet, and tell me about their above average story. Just a regular person, not anybody famous, just a story. It might be a news story of a local hometown hero, something like that. On unwritten rules, that's kind of like how does naming work, only George put down that feeling finger, thank you. Only with unwritten rules, what you want to make sure that you do is explain. You can read an excerpt in the book over there from Part-Time Indian. Y'all pause for a second. And you can write what are the unwritten rules of naming. Like you have to choose a name that's proper, or you have to choose a name that's wild. If you notice that when you give birth to your baby, it has a wild type of hairdo. I don't know. Just make it up. All right, square peg, round hole. This is a type of informational writing where you choose somebody with your own name, but somebody who doesn't fit into society. Society's a round hole. They expect you to be around. But this square peg doesn't quite fit in. So give me a story of somebody with your name who doesn't quite fit in to society's expectations. And the last one, judging a book by its cover, tell me how your name reveals who you are as a person. How does your name reveal who you are as a person? For me, my name means crown of laurel leaves. So as a person, I have a very flowery personality. I try to be kind of over the top and ebullient, just like a flower would blossom from a tree. And I probably need to find out a little more information about what a laurel leaf looks like and whether it has flowers hanging from it at all. Anyway. All right, so what is your responsibility? Between today and tomorrow, you will choose 3 to do. They can be short blog posts, maybe a paragraph or 2, as long as they meet the expectations of the requirement. But I do want you to choose 3 that interest you the most. And if you'd like to make one up and have me approve it, that's cool too. Any questions? All right. Today is a blogging day. You may do what we normally do. No, just pick 3 that you like the most. 3 that you like the most. Over tomorrow and today. I mean, we have a 2-day period in which we'll be doing this. I'd say 2 would be exceeding my expectations. Do a good job explaining. Okay? It might be that it's only a paragraph because that's the information you have. Make it an academic paragraph if it's only a paragraph. All right.